Welcome, this is Charizard James here with another deck tech for you. We have here the best deck in Standard 2022. What is that? It is Orzhov mid-range snow control, however you want to say it. I'm going to go over the deck list here for you guys, just to have you see how the cards interact, and we're going to do an in-depth playthrough here after the deck tech is over. This is going to be a mid-range slash control style deck. A little bit of planeswalkers, a little bit of creatures, a little bit of sacrificing synergies, and you'll be able to see a few things once we start the games. But just to showcase the cards in the deck here for you folks, we have 4 Eyetwitch. This learns out of our sideboard here. We have 4 Shambling Ghast, which is arguably one of the best cards in the deck. It can give a creature an opponent controls -1/-1 till end of turn, or create a treasure token. And you'll see a synergy with a card coming up. We have Professor of Symbology here, which is also a card that learns, so 8 cards that learn. So a lot of the times we'll be able to access most of our sideboard. This is a 2-mana 2/1, a good attacker, a good blocker, to be honest. And then it learns when it enters the battlefield. We have Deadly Dispute, which is a 2-mana instant speed spell that says an additional cost to cast it, sacrifice an artifact or a creature, and then you draw 2 cards and make a treasure token. This, combined with Shambling Ghast, if you play Shambling Ghast on turn 1 and then you Deadly Dispute on turn 2, your Shambling Ghast makes a treasure token and your Deadly Dispute makes a treasure token. So you draw 2 cards and make 2 treasure tokens, which is very, very powerful. We have 4 Vanishing Verse. I think it's a really good card in this format. Mono green, mono white, also mirror matches, exiling Ebondeath, Lolth, exiling Professor Onyx, and Mordenkainen and things like that are very, very relevant. We have 4 Skullport Merchants, which is one of the other best cards in the deck. It's a 3-mana 1/4, good blocker. It is a creature that has an enter the battlefield effect, and it makes a treasure token, so you can see a little bit of synergy there. You can pay 1 in a black and sacrifice another creature or a treasure, draw a card. This is really interesting with Deadly Dispute, because it means you don't have to have creatures to resolve them, right? This can sacrifice a treasure. This can also sacrifice a treasure. Or it can sacrifice an artifact, but in this deck it's usually treasures. The sacrifice cards don't have to sacrifice creatures, which is really, really nice. We have a 1 Ebondeath Dracolich. This is going to be for our mirror match style matches, and also there's a little thing where against even aggro decks, you can flash this in on turn 4, and then, or even earlier on turn 3, if you have the Shambling Ghast plus Deadly Dispute combo, you can flash this in and keep blocking with it. And as long as you block with this and something else, you can bring this back again on their end step. So it's a pretty good defensive mechanism as well. But this does close out the game really fast. We have 3 Lolth Spider Queen. This combined with Blood in the Snow makes this deck very resilient, and it makes it very almost impossible once you have these cards going to stop it. You Lolth -3 to make 2/1 black spider creature tokens with menace and reach. Their reach is very important due to cards like Goldspan Dragon in the format. It also draws cards if you are done making the 2/1s and they don't kill them or kill the Lolth. This combined with Blood in the Snow is crazy, because Blood in the Snow kills all the creatures. It also kills your own, and when you kill your own creatures, your Lolth gains loyalty counters, and then you can just -3 again. Not only that, but if your Lolth does happen to die due to one of your opponent's cards, like a Bloodchief's Thirst or something, you can always just bring it back with Blood in the Snow. That works the same with Professor Onyx. Professor Onyx doesn't protect itself too well. It's -3, makes them choose a creature to sacrifice. But it's really good if they only have 1 creature. Also deals with hexproof creatures and things like this, or creatures with ward, like the blue 5-mana dragon. You also can dig through your deck for your Blood in the Snows, dig for Vanishing Verses, or maybe even an Ebondeath or Lolth if you want to close the game out. Also, it does a really good job at closing the game out by herself. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. And this deck is filled with instants and sorceries due to Eyetwitch, Professor Symbology, fetching instants and sorceries out of our sideboard, Blood in the Snow, Vanishing Verse, and Deadly Dispute. So that can get out of hand really fast. Now, this is a snow synergy deck because we have Blood in the Snow, so we do have some snow lands over here that you can't see that my face is covering. We have 2 Faceless Havens here. We have non-snow lands that come up. Cave of the Frost Dragon is really good for flying. Sometimes our deck has a really hard a problem dealing with flyers if we can't get to Lolth, or if we have to chump block with Eyetwitch too many times. So I like this as a flying jump blocker, really good at blocking Elite Spellbinder specifically. but it's also really good in mirror matches when our opponent's coming up the board with creatures, and we need to get in for damage, which comes up against the Dimir control decks. Hive of the Eye Tyrant is very relevant because against mirror matches, like I said once again, with other opponents playing Blood in the Snow, Hive of the Eye Tyrant can exile their planeswalkers and other things out of the graveyard so they can't bring them back with Blood in the Snow, which is very important. We have 4 Shineshadow Snarls paired with our 16 basic lands, comes in untapped a lot, which I like because we need to be able to play our black cards on turn 1. We have 2 Faceless Havens, because we're playing Snow, and Faceless Haven is really good. We have 1 Emeria's Call and 1 Agadeem's Awakening because we are playing a lot of creatures, Skullport Merchant, Eyetwitch, Shambling Ghast, Professor of Symbology, and Ebondeath to bring those back to the battlefield, and we have Emeria's Call as a late game finisher if we have already used our Mascot Exhibition. So, other than that, I really, really like this deck. It has a lot of powerful synergies, very powerful deck. I think it's the best deck in the standard 2022 format. So let's go ahead and get into some matches. I have been playing this deck a lot, and if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't seen this before, which you likely have, I have a 64% win rate overall with this deck. In my last, 15 plus 44 is 59. In my last 59 matches, I am 39 and 20 with this deck, so that's a 65% win rate, I think. Maybe even higher than that. I think it's like 65, 66, 67, some kind of percentage like that in a lot of matches. So that is what we're working with today. With this specific hand, I usually don't like keeping hands with no black mana, but specifically with this hand, let's keep it, because one of my favorite cards in the sideboard is Environmental Sciences. We have Professor of Symbology to get Environmental Sciences, and this hand actually ends up working out because we can do this, play our Professor of Symbology, get our Environmental Sciences, and the good part about this is that next turn we have a nice play, even if we don't draw a land drop, Environmental Sciences for a black source. Play a black source, play Eyetwitch. As you can see, we didn't draw land. And we got Test of Talents, so, well, wait, do they take them out of our sideboard with that card? No, they don't, okay. I got scared for a quick second. You can put a link for Red Nuno. How's it going, Mina? What does that mean, Handari? Alright, so we drew our black source, you know, never didn't have it. Something good at this game. Let's see. Now, if you're following on Untapped, if you press exclamation point deck in chat, one of our worst matchups by far, actually the worst matchup that we've played so far, is this deck, is this blue-green ramp deck, which is pretty unfortunate. So I'm pretty sure we're going to lose this, but it's okay. It's okay, we can persevere. Now, the reason why this deck beats us a lot is that we're a grindy creature strategy, and they just take extra turns with Alrund's Epiphanies and kill us. So the game usually always goes long, and when the game goes long, they just take a bunch of extra turns. And their counterspells stop our Blood on the Snows. Hey, John Lice Games, thank you very much for the sub.
Two monitor
hype. Let's go. I'm going to use the black mana for environmental sciences so we can search our black mana and play it to hold up Vanishing Verse quite nicely here. We're going to attack because I don't really want them to ramp again with Neverwinter Dryad. Well, they're just going to do it. Now, they could play Mordenkainen next turn, which would be pretty bad for me. But am I okay with Vanishing Verse in this Neverwinter Dryad right now? I think I want to hold it. We have a Quandrix Cultivator. I think I'm going to Vanishing Verse in response, because I don't want them to be able to test the talents our Vanishing Verse after getting a blue source from the Quandrix. Plus, they can't ramp. Why did I switch to streaming in the morning, Nubby? Because I got a different job. And I want to stream in the mornings anyway, like in the future, so it was a good transition to me doing that. Okay. We didn't draw land, but we do have a Deadly Dispute. I'm just gonna attack with these. If they block one with the Quandrix Cultivator, I'll go ahead and Deadly Dispute it. Now, against this matchup, we have to be like kind of like the mid-range deck. And we have to like try to kill them. Weirdly, we have 3 Lolths in our hand. That usually doesn't happen, but it's okay. Lolth is one of the best cards in our deck, so we're okay with this. All right, so we have a big dragon, so we can cast Professor Onyx, like I was actually saying in the deck profile when I was doing this. I said we can get rid of the 5/5 dragon with our Professor Onyx, so seems good. With this treasure token, they could have a counterspell, but I'm going to put them on not having a counterspell since they don't have 2 blue mana open. Indo Queen, thank you very much for the follow. This is my first stream with 2 monitors, so my sounds are a little weird. I think they're doubled, but I have not been able to figure that out. Does the stream sound good for everyone? It sounds good? Okay, perfect. Alright, please don't have Jawari Disruption. If they have it, I'm gonna cry. Okay, they didn't have it, I'm not crying. Congrats for your schedule change. Since it's what you want to, are we gonna see you in the MIQ? I don't think I'm gonna be in the MIQ. I was playing really fun decks and didn't really care about my ranking. Last season. So this is what I'm talking about. The All-Runs Epiphany's gonna give them another turn. They might just do something else here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get another land drop. Even though we already used our thingies to help us get land drops. So let's go ahead and get a... I have an answer to their Planeswalker and Vanishing Verse right now. So I'm not going to get one of these. I think I'm just going to get Introduction to Prophecy. To see if we can try to draw a land drop. See, it's only a matter of time until they play the Cyclone Summoner. If you're not familiar with Cyclone Summoner, if you're watching this from YouTube or you're watching from Twitch right now, Cyclone Summoner is a 7-mana 7/7 that comes down and bounces every single non-land permanent that's not a wizard or giant, I believe. And that includes treasure tokens. And their whole board as well. I might just keep spamming Lolths and minusing. Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. Let's see. On one hand, I want to hit my land drop. On another hand, I just want to keep spamming Lolths. I think I keep spamming Lolth because, number one, this turn, they can't really counter me. And I don't want to, I really don't want to die to this Lair of the Hydra. I don't care if they attack Lolth because I have a lot more Lolths. And by Lolth I mean Keck. Okay, I really think that these, I need to, there's some audio setting on here that is, like, I'm hearing double. I don't know how I'm hearing double, though. You just unlock PvP and you're getting whipped? Oh, no. Alright, so Lolth is definitely dead. Do I just take 7 and block the Quandrix Cultivator? I feel like I just take 7. But taking 7 is actually scary. But I'll do it. We have to take risks to win this game. You have it playing on Streamlabs? That's actually a good question. No, it's all muted. It is all muted. It's it being doubled is literally only when I get a follow or sub notification. I don't know why. But it's very closely doubled. Like I could barely tell it was double. Listen, why do you double it on purpose, Phonomancer? I said if I get a follow notification and you followed. Listen, is this torture? What is this? What are you doing? Man, this is scary. I kind of want to Vanishing Verse this stupid land. You know what? I'm just going to do that. This blocks their Quandrix Cultivator, too. Hopefully I don't die to 1/1 birds. I'd really not like to die to 1/1 birds. If they have Draw Disruption, once again, I'm going to cry. Alright, let the crying commence. Yeah, we just can't play around counter spells. We're at the point in the game where you just have to hope they don't have it. This is the extremely rare case where I wish I was playing 3 copies of freaking environmental sciences, but that's way too overkill. We're in a better spot, but if they have another All Runs Epiphany, or even if they have a Cyclone Summoner like this, we could be in trouble. Especially if we don't draw lands. Now, we actually do die to another Cyclone Summoner or Glassblow Mimic because they just cast another one. Glassblow Mimic copies this, bounces everything, and they swing for game since I'm at 6. Or they just have another one and they swing for game. I think my best thing to do to win this game is to do nothing. Because blocking with the land is the best thing to play around him having another Cyclone Summoner. And then I also need to top deck a land, so there's a lot of things that need to happen here. Wow. That's not good for us. It's a land. That's a land, but we take damage from it. If this was not Agadeem's Awakening, it was a different land, untapped land, then we could go Lolth, block this and this, and don't die. But now, since I have to take 3, I die exactly to Quandrix. So maybe the mistake in that game was that I shouldn't have taken 7 and blocked the 2 blocked the Quandrix Cultivator and killed it. But I feel like if I you know, just chump blocked both of those, they would still have a 3rd Quandrix Cultivator on board, and I also didn't want that. Interesting. Not used to seeing Selene Vision. Oh no, is this the same deck? Okay, I don't know what it is, but I just posted a YouTube video last time. If you want to check this out, if you're on YouTube or you're watching on Twitch, I literally posted a Simic ramp deck 2 days ago. So I blame myself for this if I keep losing. This is like our literal only bad matchup. Okay, good. They're playing Sultai. You know, only Sultai. This could be a counter spell. I really don't want them to counter our merchant. And it also plays into... If I play merchant, it also plays into binding the old gods, killing our merchant. So I'm not going to play it. Alright, this is a perfect opportunity to play this because then next turn we can play Lolth. We can either play Lolth or play Merchant, hold up Merchant, and Vanishing Verse. I think I like the Merchant play because I don't want to play in the Jawari Disruption this turn. And they're not playing Snowlands, so Blood in the Snow isn't a thing. And even if they... See, they had the binding. So what we're going to do here is we're gonna sacrifice the Shambling Ghast to draw a card. Do we draw 2 cards here? We can do this, sacrifice Shambling Ghast, make a treasure token, draw a card, and then use the 2 treasures to... Use the 2 treasures to sacrifice the Eyetwitch. But if we do that, we can't cast a 7-drop next turn. Luckily for us, Extinction Event's not legal in this format. This is standard 2022. How's it going, Noble Star? Look at that, we drew another merchant. We can go Skullport again. I think I just take this opportunity to resolve my Keck.
Free the strong, I will cull the weak.
Especially if this is a counterspell. Morty. Good thing we have Vanishing Verse.
You can't even... I would run if I were you.
It's bold to bargain with me.
I'm playing the Skullport Merchant to have a blocker for Hall of the Storm Giants. And I can always sacrifice the treasure with Skullport Merchant to draw a card.
Fools like bears. Ah, my faithful hound.
Go, my children.
You know what? Does this give a stereo option? It doesn't. I'm hearing almost double with the Planeswalker loyalty abilities as well.
Other realms to visit.
I'm keeping the 2/1 back for the Hall of the Storm Giants. Baleful Mastery, exiling my Kek. I will allow it.
A setback.
I also have a second Kek. I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice this treasure to draw a card. Agadeem's pretty good. What can I bring back? Just an Eyetwitch or Shambling Ghast. Could be a counterspell. If it is a counterspell, Blood in the Snow can bring Lolth back. Because I have 5 Snowlands. Okay, divide by 0. That's not. That doesn't put it in the graveyard. We got a Mascot Exhibition. I think I have enough Blood in the Snows that I'm just gonna play Agadeem as a land drop. Or maybe it's better to keep it. Agadeem's is probably a tap land here. Because their sweeper is probably Shadow's Verdict. It's a good draw. I think here I'm not going to Blood in the Snow because I don't have a Planeswalker in my graveyard. What I'm going to do here is I think I'm just going to, like, play this, minus it.
I will show you what we
Leave room
say.
for animating this and also using Deadly Dispute or Skullport Merchant to draw cards in the case that they do have Shadow's Verdict. The Professor Onyx.
Welcome to Witherbloom College, class.
There's a coma in the graveyard.
There's gotta be something useful. Ugh.
Okay, we got him to use the Soul Shatter. Okay, that could signify the double blue there. Could signify that they have a Saw coming. Let's see if we can bait a Saw coming out here. Perfect. And we have 4 menace creatures here, which is exactly enough menace creatures to kill Professor Onyx. Can we not attack Professor Onyx? Oh, it doesn't let you do that. You have to attack individually. So if I attack with these 4 menace creatures, what happens? They can kill a menace creature by double blocking, and they can't block anything else. Which means it's guaranteed kill on Professor Onyx right now.
If anyone needs me, don't.
And then we'll go ahead and end our turn. Okay. We have Blood in the Snow for that occasion. Do we take advantage of one of our creatures guaranteed to be dying? I think we do. I want to draw as many creatures as I can, I think. I can Blood in the Snow for that. This makes a treasure, then we can draw even more cards. Drawing cards is awesome, chat. I like drawing cards. Even if they're all lands. Hey, thanks for the bits.
1750 cheered. X100. I love drawing cards.
That's also a thing that sounds like it's in the middle of a tunnel. It sounds like the lady's voice saying that is in the middle of a tunnel, and I don't know why. Does it sound like we're in a tunnel to you guys?
Ah, you reek with terror.
Or is that just on my end?
Exquisite. My power is for annihilation.
I honestly cannot tell you where that's coming from. Alright, good old-fashioned beating. You'll love to see it. Moving on. I honestly don't know how to fix that because I don't know where the source of that is. Like, it has to be on Arena, right? But they don't give us many options for this. Hey, let's go! Hey, Monk with an open hand, alright. We drew our Shambling Ghast, which is very good against this type of deck. It's pretty good. Am I taking the 3 just to ramp the Blood in the Snow? I think I'm just taking 3. I'm playing this tap this turn. No, I'm not. I can't play a tap land. Because Paladin class says Deadly Dispute's 3 mana. So I'm going to block and then use Deadly Dispute in, after blocks. That's going to give me a treasure token. Oh my goodness. That's the worst card that they could have had for us. Now they're going to hit our Blood in the Snow. I do play Historic. I play Historic a lot, actually. I've just been playing Standard 2022 until the new Historic cards come out. So now I think I'm just killing the Spellbinder. That's not bad. I'm just gonna keep Shambling Ghast Deadly Dispute and ramp. And I'm almost at Blood in the Snow once again. How's it going, Soapy? I'm doing amazing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off this, 6 off this, 7 off this. So unfortunately I need to bolt this, but I do get to play this. Unfortunately, weirdly enough, we only have 1 snow mana, which is like really weird. But we at least have something to bring back. Okay. I've decided the review is going to be tomorrow, Soapy. We're going to be doing a Historic Horizons review of every card in the set tomorrow morning. Oh, I'm not going to go to the store yet. There is a free pack in the store, though. Stonks. Stonks, chat. I've already seen almost all the cards, but we're going to go over them again. Tin Street Cadet. Whenever it becomes blocked, create a 1/1 goblin creature token. I don't think I care if they make a goblin. Whatever, I'll just take the one. It's not big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. Now, I believe we're going to just ramp up to Blood in the Snow again. Wow. That's a blowout. Alright, and now we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are now 1 away. And we can bring our Shambling Ghast back. So hopefully they play a creature or two here. Alright, creature number 1. Creature number 2. Now the question here is, do we Deadly Dispute our thing? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. Because we make a treasure token anyway. Just want to draw cards. Drawing cards is good, chat. They missed an infinite loop. Did they? Imagine drawing all 4 Vanishing Verses. Let's go ahead and Onyx for a land. For next turn.
Under my tutelage, even you can master death.
Nice. Let's see if this other one helps here. Let me know if the sound volume's good for everyone. Oh, you're saying they missed an infinite loop when they were making the cards? Yes, or maybe they knew it was a thing, but they thought it was okay. Yeah, Davriel's Withering. Oh, wait, plus Vesper. It's a 2. Is that a 2-card combo? No, it's Davriel's Withering plus Vesperlark plus a card that pings for each creature dying or entering the battlefield, right? It's a 3-card combo, right? It breaks the game if there isn't a pinger. They could just code something that makes it not go actually infinite. Wait, it won't go infinite because there's a limit on how many tokens you can make. There's a 250. Once it makes 250, it just passes turn. Looks like a counter spell. But we're gonna play into it since we have a lot of spells in our hand. Wow, they just didn't have it. Wow.
You could have such power, a gift.
That is very interesting. Oh, it doesn't make a token, it returns itself. That's a yikes. They're probably gonna fix that.
Come, I'll tell you a secret.
Bloom is just as dark and musty as I remember. Let's go dig.
Alright, so hopefully they don't take a bunch of turns here. That's one turn.
You've got to learn some manners.
How many more turns are they gonna
It's
take?
insufferable.
That's 2 turns. Alright, Professor Onyx down.
Too rowdy for my tastes.
3 turns? 3 turns? Whoa. What? They kicked it. Wow.
Are you enraptured by my beauty? Or do you fear it? Subservience will be rewarded.
Do one of the digital erratas where they turn Vesperlark into a May ability? Maybe.
Merely
Whoa!
defeat, not defeat.
What the heck? Battle of Frost and Fire. Hello?
And I will cull the weak.
Hopefully we don't lose to Mill.
By my aid. A gift in exchange for loyalty.
I take the reduced memory just in case they have a Goldspan Dragon. I believe we have a good win rate against this deck, though. Against Izzet, we are 2-0. All time. All the turns. So far, they've taken 3 extra turns. So they're going to cast a spell of mana 5 or greater and then draw 2, then discard a card. Pretty good. Oh, they're divide by 0. They're, oh my gosh, that's genius. So they're going to use it on itself. Oh, that's genius. I love my opponent now. My opponent is a 10 million head.
You win this round, but I'll be waiting. I will get it. We will slay our enemies.
Alright, so we can put them in a position where they have to chump block with a Faceless Haven. What do I think of Infernal Grasp from Innistrad? I don't know what Infernal Grasp does. Whoa! Faceless Haven's a giant. Our opponent is 10 million heading us. Destroy target creature, lose 2 life for 1 and a black. I think that might be better than the best. That might be better than Heartless Act. I think it is better than Heartless Act. I think the card's... What's the card called? I think it's insane. Infernal Grasp. I think the card's insane. And they get the Scry 3, and then look for a 5 mana or greater card, and then cast the 5 mana or greater card, and then draw 2, discard 1. Their deck is crazy. They're playing Maddening Cacophony. Is that their win condition? I would not be surprised. Oh no! Oh no. Oh no. No! Am I dead to mill? No, 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 not like this, not like this. Not like this, not like this, not like this, not like this. No! I died to mill. No! What is wrong with this game? I'm just gonna put myself out of my own misery. Oh, that's just flexing now. I'll flex back. That didn't feel good, chat. Maybe I should have just done nothing else besides attack them with my land. But they're playing Alrund's Epiphany for just, like, blockers? Maybe they are playing Goldspan Dragon? I have no clue what that deck did. But it seems like it sacrificed defensive cards to play mill cards, which is probably not good. Why are we playing against blue decks every match right now? It feels the same as stubbing your toe in the morning. You're not wrong. The opponent did put in work. Coming from the mill player in Soapy. Dual strike, Tasha's Cacophony, and a ton of interaction. That feels bad. Feels bad for me, I mean. Play with Fire is 1 red, deals 2 damage to any target. If a player is dealt damage this way, scry 1. Those are the 2 cards I talked about before. So, is that an instant or a sorcery, Nuno Pitao? See, this is the mid-range part of this deck that I'm talking about, that you could just, like, attack your opponent to death sometimes. Wizard class. No maximum hand size. When it becomes level 2, draw 2. Maybe they're just going to draw 2 cards here? It's a big fat no. So I'm just going to attack them. Oh, it's an instant. Nice. Shadow's Verdict. Okay, so they're dead to Faceless Haven? Mid-range it up, baby. Dead. Nice. I'm glad that we got to showcase the fact that our deck can do that. I'm glad that we got to showcase the fact that the deck can do that. Alright, we won most of our matches here. We played 6 games on stream, and these are best of 1 matches. So we went 4-2, which is very good. We lost to the Simic deck that we were talking about, which is not good. But looking at our other matches, it seems like we're on the same track as we were the last time here. So let's go ahead and talk about some things that happened there. If you're following from YouTube, we lost to the Simic deck. It's by far our worst matchup, so I'm not surprised there. Cyclone Summoner is very good, especially when they can get us to 7 life or lower. That 7 life against that deck is, they play Hall of the Storm Giants and Cyclone Summoner, so they can bounce all of our things and then attack us. And then when we go to rebuild our board, if we don't kill the Summoner itself, they can have Glasspool Mimic or Cyclone Summoner, another copy of it, to bounce everything and attack for games. So that's what happened there. They play a lot of Alrund's Epiphanies. We played against 4 blue decks out of the 6 decks we play against. We went 2-2 against the blue decks. But we played against the Sultai deck that we destroyed. We played against the Mono White deck that we also destroyed. We played against the Mono Red Goblins deck that we also destroyed. We played against the Izzet deck that we got milled out and died horrifically, but for the content, you know what I mean. And then we played against the Dimir Control deck that we also destroyed. So out of the 2 decks that we got destroyed by, which was Mill, which we never see, and the Simic deck we already know we're losing against, we destroyed everyone else. So it seems like Once again, I think this is the best deck in the format. So if you'd like to try this out for yourself, the description will entail the entire deck list importable into Magic Arena. You can follow my Twitch stream here on twitch.tv/Charizard_James. The link will be in the bio as well. Also, there are a few different shoutouts that I want to make. If you type in !PC in the chat here or find it in the description, if you're in the market for buying a new PC, you can buy a new computer using my affiliate link, and you actually save a percentage off. Also, you can type in !cool stuff in chat or visit the coolstuffinc.com link in chat to get 5% off of your order by typing in James5 at checkout, and that works for everything in the store. So if you're looking to buy Magic cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, deck boxes, sleeves, binders, anything like that, even playmats, you can go ahead and type in !cool stuff in chat or visit the cool stuff link in the description. So have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. And it was a pleasure hanging out with you, and I'll see you in the next video if you're watching from YouTube. And I will continue playing this on Twitch if you're watching on Twitch. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.